Hey, this is Chris, keeping it real. Another ice storm is headed our way. You know, we just got through one of those. We got the power on 2 days ago, about right now. So 48 hours ago, we got our power back on after it was off for 2.5 days. And now it looks like if it's as bad as the forecast is saying, which I don't put a lot of stock in a lot of forecasts because, you know, they didn't even really tell us about the last ice storm. That's how on the ball the National Weather Service is. But still, it could be bad. My son, my second oldest son, Jeremy, is he probably could actually work as a meteorologist at a TV station if he wanted to, but he doesn't have a degree for it, but he's pretty good at these things, and he tells me that the forecast models, the NAM, I don't know if they call it NAM or whatever NAM is an acronym for, is forecasting 0.64 inches of ice in my area. That's a lot of ice. We had about a half an inch day before yet, 3 or 4 days ago. And we had widespread power outages. The problem, the good thing about that was that it was a relatively small area. This storm looks like it's much bigger. Could have effects over a much larger area, which means it will take longer to fix everything. I would kind of hope, maybe possibly, that all the trees that were going to fall fell during the last ice storm, but my gut feeling is probably a lot of trees were weakened, and probably another half inch to 3/4 inch of ice on them will make them fall. So we have our generator. It can run the lights in our living area. It can run a space heater in the living area. It can run a space heater in the kitchen. It's enough to keep our refrigerator cold, and it is enough to run the water pump, except I don't have a way to hook up the water pump right this second. Because when I changed the well pump, I mean the well pump, not the water pump. It is a water pump, but when I changed it, I went to a 220 model because they're a little bit more efficient. And so, I don't know. I have to get over to Lowe's tomorrow, if the power's still on, to get a twist lock connector and about 100 feet of cable. But really not that big of a deal to do. Still, something I really don't want to have to go out and do if I don't have to. So we've got the generator. We've got that issue that we could fix. In the meantime, in between time, we do have a low flush toilet. I don't know, is that what they're calling it? It only uses a gallon. It only needs a gallon and a half of water to flush. Whatever that's called exactly. I can't remember the right terminology right now because I've been thinking about getting a lot of things ready. And so I've got 3 5-gallon buckets of water in the bathtub sitting there ready for flushing. The water pump, the pressure pump on the well system is good for about 10 gallons, and so that's if all we do is flush the toilet, that one toilet, that's enough. That's probably enough flushing for 3 days or 2 days, assuming you flush 2 or 3 times a day. You can't just let it go forever, but you can keep it flushing. So we do have enough water. We have drinking water put back. We have about 15 gallons of water that's fit to drink. I was going to look at Food Line today, and I glanced down the water aisle, and there wasn't very much there, so I just said, heck with it. We'll just fill up. We've got some containers. We'll probably be able to fill up about 10 more gallons of containers with drinkable water. So, we're good there. We've got our kerosene heater. Don't have a lot of kerosene right now. I've got enough gas to run the generator for probably about 24 hours, which is, basically, if you're up during the day, you run it 8 to 10 hours a day, so that's enough for 2.5, 3 days of power. We do have a crappy little DC inverter type thing that will keep everything charged and will run the lights and the computers at least for about 2 or 3 hours a day. So we're not completely dependent on the generator. What else? I think that's about it. That's about as prepared as we can get. We got plenty of first aid supplies, and got plenty of food. Not plenty of food, but we went through a big kick a few years ago, and we bought a bunch of stuff and that we've never used, and so we'll find out if it's in it, because we never had any really real reason to use it. This could be a good opportunity to do a bunch of reviews on dehydrated food and meals ready to eat kind of stuff. And yeah, we might be doing a lot of videos. So they might be rather dark, in the dark, that is. So we'll just see how it goes. But that's like phase 1. We're in phase 1 in the countdown. We're on like DEFCON 2. And so, you know, the alert's been raised. Probably get flagged or something for saying that, you know. It's like, probably should come up with a new you know, alert system. It's you know, red, yellow, green. We're like it pink. No, orange. So it'd be red. No, green is good. Red, oh, forget it. Who cares, right? We'll just go with DC2. And that will be raised, I'm sure, later on this evening as this system moves in. So we'll see how it goes. All right. Got any questions or comments? Leave in the section below. Like and subscribe. Are you in the path of this ice storm? If you are, it's almost too late to start prepping, but you can do something useful. At least make sure you got somewhere to go. And, that would be helpful too. I don't think, generally speaking, in an ice storm, you don't have roads that are impassable, unless, of course, they're covered with trees that have fallen down. But you know, generally speaking, you know, driving is a fairly safe proposition. So you can get to places. I am counting on being able to get to somewhere to get some more care, because I have enough kerosene for about a day, which means we'll run out in the middle of tomorrow night if the power goes out tonight. So there we go. Trying to think everything through. Let me get out of this car. I've got 2 containers of gas with 7 gallons of gasoline in them, and they're getting quite fuming. All right, we'll see you on the next icy video.